Bienvenidos un día más a Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Continuamos con Snake. Ayer fue todo episodio cinemático, pero pasó de todo. Raiden se enfrentó a Bump. Raiden acabó mal. Bump también, pero bueno, ya sabemos que Bump es inmortal, así es que bueno, pues es lo que toca, ¿no? Estamos en Europa. Snake va disfrazado de su Snake joven. Y vamos en busca de Big Mama y de Big Boss antes de que llegue el Liquid y se líe parda. Joder.
Okay. First thing is to look for the resistance. Either use your radar to pick up their trail, or intercept the PMC's radio communications to learn where resistance members are most likely to be found.
The Resistance. Tiene pinta, ¿eh?
Good! You found a resistance member. Now tail them without letting them know you're there.
Sabéis qué voy a hacer, ¿no? Ojo, ¿eh? Podemos ponernos hasta esta, tú. Vamos a seguirlo de esta forma. Podría seguirlo vestido de civil, pero bueno, se nos liaría muy parda. Ya veis que con la máscara puesta también ya es un 90% de camuflaje, ¿eh?
Those resistance fighters can't advance because of the PMC troops. Isn't there something you can do to help, Snake? What? It's the enemy. What?
Estás de suerte, crack. Pasa que tienes otro guardia ahí. Se queda rayado, ¿eh? ¿No piensa un poco quién es el que le tiene que estar abriendo el camino, tío?
Snake, the location of a resistance member has been forwarded to your map. Check it out.
Yo voy siguiendo a este, tío. ¿Qué haces, flipao? Gilipollas. Cuidado, viene este,
Snake, find some way to free him. Snake, he's about to be hauled off by the PMCs.
¿Qué quiere? ¿Que vaya por él? Ah, pues. Pues no tienes suerte, crack. Menudo ángel de la guarda que tienes. Muy bien. Se pone a mear. Es que antes me la has liado, que como estaban los dos guardias ahí, el tío automáticamente ha salido corriendo para atrás.
The interceptor has analyzed a PMC data transmission. It's marked the location of a resistance member on your map.
99% de camuflaje, ¿sabes? O sea, ¿sabes lo que significa eso? Es que no me ponen verde, ¿eh? Ya veis la máscara lo importante que es, ¿eh? O sea, con esto te camuflas ya al 100%, tío. Prácticamente, es 99, ¿eh? 100% no, porque no se puede. Pero 99. Y me puedo mover al 90, ¿sabes? Que es como, podría estar al lado suya y ni se enteraría. La gran pregunta es, ¿dónde cojones se está yendo, tío?
Snake, the location of a resistance member has been forwarded.
Ya, pero si ya lo estoy siguiendo, querido. ¿La que lo he perdido de vista ahora?
Look out! Searchlight. Find something nearby to hide behind. Stay out of the light.
Y se nos duerme a coger. Bueno, el tío ha pitado, ¿eh? Vale, pues sigo. Sí, bueno. Pues ya digo que corriendo así...
Understood. The state of alert has been lifted. Resume positions.
What?
Who's that?
Que no dispares. Tiene que venir para acá, ¿eh? Ni nos rayemos que tiene que venir para acá. Ha soltado munición, ¿no? Ha soltado algo, tío.
Snake, find some way to free him.
Ya. Es que no sé qué coño hace. Es tonto, tío. Bueno, bro. La que me está liando el pavo este, O sea, ¿por qué se ha ido para allá, tío? Si no tenías que ir para allá. ¿Por qué cojones te vas hacia los guardias, gilipollas? Estos están cerca de levantarse, No les queda mucho para despertarse. O sea que ya puede darse cañita ya. Porque vamos. Como no te des prisa, se nos van a despertar, tío. Vale. Venga, lo cuelo. A ver dónde cojones me llevas. Vaya tela, toda la vuelta que nos está dando a hacer por toda la ciudad, tú. Pero bueno. Este camino... Es este tío, Es el mismo. ¿Sabes, tío? Un poco feo. No le queda muy bien el traje, la verdad. Todo se ha dicho. Ahora
There's
seguimos,
something fishy about that PMC trooper.
No me
Do you
digas.
hear whistling?
Un disfraz un poco de mierda, sin arma ni nada, tío. Y encima pasa por delante de ellos y no le dicen nada, tío. Es en plan, ¿quién coño se lo cree, sabes?
Has analyzed a PMC data transmission. It's marked the location of a resistance member on your map.
Pues estamos ya con él, Otaco, hijo. Si lo llevo siguiendo ya un montonazo de tiempo este. Hombre, la verdad es que el traje lo ha necesitado realmente, porque ha pasado por 5 guardias. Ha dejado de silbar ya, Ah, mira. Cuando ve que está solo, silba.
conducting vehicle patrols. Watch out for them, Snake.
Uy. O sea, esta misión es imposible hacerla sin el traje, ¿no? Te voy a decir. Podríamos ir vestidos de Snake normalito, de calle, de civil. No podríamos, ¿no? Bueno, por poder se puede, ¿no? Pero no podría estar tan cerca del tío. Doy por hecho, vamos. Aquí ya ves. Estoy a escasos 2 metros, ¿sabes? Cuidado. Buah. Es que los guardias no es raro que este vaya sin armas, tío. Que yo personalmente lo veo, ¿sabes? Yo lo pararía. Cuidado, viene un coche. Por los pelos, chaval, por los pelos. ¿Qué pasa, bro? ¿Estás cerca ya de tu destino? Otra vez. Muy bien. Por mí perfecto. Eso significa que ya estás cerca. Como me trague la cinemática con la máscara, me voy a enfadar. Y tiene pinta. Y tiene pinta. Y espero que no. Se quita la máscara para la cinemática. Vale.
Who's there?
I'm here to see Big Mama.
Is this the guy? What do you think?
I didn't hear him coming at all. He's gotta be the one.
Yeah,
But look at him. He's ancient.
Cuando os dije que se venían momentazos en Europa, es porque se venían momentazos en Europa.
No doubt about it. He is the legendary soldier. Call me Mama.
Eva.
Big Mama.
I need to talk Raiden sent me.
My, how you've grown, David. It was you, not I, who was created from the rib of man. But I gave you life. I am your mother.
What?
Les enfants terribles.
Les enfants terribles.
You can't grow a human being in a test tube. Not even a clone. You need a woman's body to give it life.
You mean... a surrogate mother?
That's an awfully cold way to put it. I am your mother. I gave birth for the Patriots.
Gave birth?
The forbidden fruit. Appropriate. No?
Está haciendo un montón de referencias de que se va, tío.
Follow me. I'll explain everything.
Se viene momento cinemático, que lo sepáis. Esto es así, tío. El Metal Gear es así. Es lo que mola de Metal Gear, tío. Hemos tenido nuestro momento de perseguir a un tío y ir en modo ninja y tal.
The man who wants me dead is Liquid. Your twin. You think you know him, but I know him better. He was once Ocelot, but Liquid has taken control of his soul. And now he's locked in a bitter struggle with Zero.
Zero.
The founder of the Patriots.
Founder? When did this happen?
40 years ago. During the Cold War, when the United States and the Soviet Union were still at odds. It was in that chaotic era that the Patriots were born. And I played my part. I was one of the founding members.
You?
Hombre.
Zero created the Patriots to manage and control the American state. That control endured long after the Cold War ended. The organization became an empty shell, continuing to function through AIs. Those AIs are responsible for the creation of the war economy, and they gave rise to the Sons of the Patriot system. But I am partly to blame. I bear some of the guilt for creating the organization. It was right after I first met your father, Big Boss.
Nos va a contar la
Back in
historieta.
1964, I was ordered to take part in a CIA op called Operation Snake Eater, which concerned a new weapon the Soviets were developing at the time. My mission was to support a certain agent. That agent later became Big Boss, but I knew him as Snake.
Snake?
Yes, Naked Snake. That was his code name at the time. A name he would give to you, his son. The commander of this mission was a man called Zero, the head of Special Forces Unit Fox. Back then, I was working as a double agent for the Chinese. My objective was to secure the location of the Philosopher's Legacy, a massive cache of hidden wealth, and report it to Beijing. I was to acquire a microfilm showing the location of secret funds, funds amassed by the Allied powers during World War II. But I failed in my mission and was expelled from China. I took the apple from the snake and was cast out of Eden. After years on the run, I ended up in Hanoi. That's where I met him again. It was around then that Zero used the massive funds contained in the Philosopher's Legacy to start a new organization, the Patriots, which would carry out the final wishes of a certain legendary hero. The initial membership consisted of Big Boss, Sigint, Paramedic, and their commander, Zero. Oh, and there was one more who we mustn't forget. He stayed behind in the Soviet Union to support the group as an informant. Ocelot, who is now Liquid. After your father rescued me in Hanoi, I went to America and joined their organization. Zero's goal was to achieve a unity of thought and awareness. He believed that was what the boss wanted, and the rest of the Patriots followed his lead.
The boss?
The boss was a legendary hero from the Second World War, known as the Mother of Special Forces. She had an almost overwhelming charisma about her. The CIA feared this, so they had her eliminated. If she had survived, the world of the 21st century might have been a very different place. We were all influenced by the boss's will. It was what drove us to create this organization, to be closer to that spirit. Zero decided that in order to lead the people, we needed a special kind of icon. So he turned to Big Boss, the last son of the boss. He shared more of her life than anyone else. It was Big Boss, the true heir to her legacy, who was best suited to play this role. Zero elevated Big Boss, the hero who saved the world, to the status of an idol. The truth behind Big Boss became riddled with exaggeration, misrepresentation, and outright lies. Zero disseminated these stories among the masses and gathered the rich and powerful to his banner. Every era needs its symbols to control the people, whether it be the stars and stripes, or the hammer and sickle. As the times and currents of politics changed, so too did Zero. Eventually, he became a prisoner of his own lust for power, sparking friction between him and Big Boss, who resented playing the puppet. With Big Boss drifting away, Zero realized he would need insurance. Something that would perpetuate the existence of Big Boss, their organization's icon. And so Zero secretly embarked on a new project. Les Enfants Terribles. Its goal was to create a clone of Big Boss, the ultimate soldier. The project was led by Dr. Clark, known at the time as Paramedic. After dozens of failures, they finally, miraculously, succeeded in producing a fertilized egg. The egg used in the successful in vitro fertilization came from Dr. Clark's assistant, a healthy Japanese woman.
Blood from the east flows within your veins.
Give birth to Big Boss. To realize this, I asked to serve as the surrogate mother, and was more than happy to carry you in my womb. I loved him. 9 months later, I gave birth to 2 Big Bosses, you and Liquid. It didn't matter that you were clones, or that they had manipulated your DNA. You were born the same way as any other normal child, from your mother's womb. But Les Enfants Terribles proved to be the final straw for Zero and Big Boss. Determined to oppose Zero and his plans, Big Boss broke away from the Patriots. He left the States, created his own mercenary company, and drifted around the world. I'm sorry. Your father never wanted you. Human life isn't meant to be manipulated like that. I knew that, but I wanted you. After Big Boss left, Zero really lost control. What Zero wanted was an orderly world, one governed by rules. His fortune grew through countless wars, and his words influenced decision-making all the way up to the Oval Office. As the world saw the rise of digital technology, IT, the internet, and genetics, the Patriots' power grew immense. Their roots spread and took hold throughout the globe. In time, they began to dictate the fate of entire nations from the shadows. And before we knew it, the Patriots, the proud police of the world, started bringing an entire planet under their control.
Agüita, Madre de Dios. Joder. El tramón, niño, el tramón. Es brutal, tío. Cómo enlaza todos los Metal Gear. Menos el 5, claro.
Their intentions were fair, but their execution was flawed.
Pero hay que pensar que el 5 nunca ha pasado, ¿vale? Porque Metal Gear 5, lo que se vive en Metal Gear 5, no lo vive ningún Snake. Es cosa aparte. Y realmente no existe Metal Gear. De hecho, creo que cuando salió, creo que Hideo Kojima dijo que la V no era de 5, sino que era del Snake que era Venom, que era Venom Snake. O sea que Metal Gear 5 ni siquiera existe. Lo que sí que existe es que Big Boss hizo una Mother Base, se la liaron y ahí pensó que lo mejor sería alejarse de todo y vivir una vida tranquila. Ya está. Eso es lo último que pasó de Big Boss. Metal Gear 5 no, por más que está muy bien el juego, está guapísimo el mundo abierto y todo, no narra ninguna historia de Snake. Real, claro.
Amassed armies, used information for extortion, all in order to gain more wealth.
O si queréis la explicación podéis ver la serie que está también subida al canal, el Metal Gear 5. Pero es un locurote, de verdad. Es un locurote.
I cannot imagine that's what the boss would have wanted. They both misinterpreted her will.
The boss.
And their absolute reverence for her drove them apart. So began the war between Zero and Big Boss. Opposing interpretations, each striving to realize the boss's will. Everything you see today stems from their Cold War. Differences in race, in religion, in ideology. This war they've caused is no different from any other human error in history. It all started with a tiny fork in the path and grew into a great rift. There was nothing left of the boss's noble will in their struggle. All that remained was hatred, a passion to destroy one another. Big Boss returned to the U.S. with a plan in mind, and once again assumed command of Foxhound. In Outer Heaven, and then Zanzibar Land, Big Boss plotted coup d'etat against Zero. But you, Solid Snake, his own clone, foiled his efforts both times. Big Boss and Gray Fox, Frank Yeager, were left near death. Zero recovered their bodies. Frank Yeager's entire body was reconstructed through surgery, and he was reborn as the cyborg ninja.
El ninja cyborg del Metal Gear 1.
Big Boss, now a vegetable, became a prisoner of Zero even in death. For Zero, more than anyone else, your father was an irreplaceable icon. No, the truth is, for Zero, he was an irreplaceable friend. After Big Boss's betrayal, Zero could no longer believe in something so uncertain as life. He lost his belief in everything. Nations, organizations, individuals. Zero was no longer willing to place his organization in the hands of the next generation. Instead, he set up a network of AIs, a decision-making system formed from all the information he had accumulated. He built 4 AIs, GW, TJ, AL, and TR, as sort of a digital Mount Rushmore, and 1 core artificial intelligence to unite them, John Doe.
GW. The same GW we destroyed 5 years ago.
The same. Ever since GW was cut off, JD and the other 3 AIs have controlled all information on every aspect of global society. Economics, politics, law, morals, and culture. The war economy is no exception. In the shadow of the system and its complete control over the world, Big Boss isn't allowed to live or die. He's trapped for eternity in a brain-dead prison. To bind himself to his friend, to ensure his rule over the world, Zero transformed Big Boss into an icon, neither living nor dead.
Sounds almost like a religion.
Naturally, Ocelot and I plan to free him from Zero's prison. We enlisted Naomi Hunter, an authority in the field of nanomachine research, into our organization. And we used Frank Yeager to kill Dr. Clark. Ocelot tortured the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, also known as Sigint, to death, and made it look like an accident.
The Shadow Moses incident.
Sí. O sea, que ese era Sigint. Vale, el negro ese. Vale, vale.
But we too paid a price. I lost Ocelot.
Sí.
Ocelot wasn't fighting for the Pentagon or the Russians, and certainly not for Zero. He was fighting for Big Boss.
Estaba enamorado de Big Boss, tío. Ocelot. Solo hay que ver el final del 3, ¿sabes?
When Ocelot grafted Liquid's right arm to his own, his body was taken over by Liquid's thoughts and spirit. He may be Ocelot in physical form, but his mind is Liquid's. I was the last one. And then someone appeared to help me.
Raiden.
It was when I met him that I finally discovered the location of Big Boss. It was in the data he obtained from GW. Together, he and I retrieved Big Boss. But Big Boss was still asleep, as Zero had left him.
Why did Zero keep him alive?
People need heroes. Zero wanted to create a messiah. A legend that would never die.
Liquid is after Big Boss's body. Is it here?
I'll take you to meet him. This is his pyx, his holy ark.
Y aquí tenemos a Big Boss, el Snake del anterior Metal Gear. Del Metal Gear Solid 3.
His body is alive, but his consciousness is locked away by nanomachines. So technically speaking, he's not really brain dead. We can't allow Liquid to inherit the same sins that corrupted Zero, manipulating people's minds for the sake of his own ego.
Otacon.
Snake, it's Naomi.
What happened?
She's gone. She's not in the Nomad anymore.
When?
Less than an hour ago. She disappeared right after she and Sonny got back from Dr. Madnar's place.
Why weren't you watching her?
I didn't have my glasses on.
Naomi said it herself. The experiment can't succeed without her.
You think she went back to Liquid?
What about Raiden?
Good news on that front. We managed to get our hands on a dialysis machine and set up an ICU. We just started him on dialysis and treatment for his wounds.
Se viene.
Yeah, no worries there. Sonny's taken over for Naomi. But his treatment's probably gonna take 48 hours. Until then, Raiden can't move.
Hey, you! Come here!
What the hell is that?
Move!
Scarabs. Unmanned scouts.
They've found us. We're moving out.
Snake, the PMCs are converging on your location. Damn it! They're sending in Gecko! They'll be on you in less than 5 minutes!
Are they ready?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll escape through the canal route using the real van. Get it ready. Hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Snake, over here. You've got...
Lo dejamos por aquí, porque es que se viene, ¿vale? O sea, se viene... Ya no queda mucho juego, ¿eh? Queda, creo que si no me equivoco, queda un acto más. No estoy seguro. No estoy seguro, pero ya no queda mucho. No sé, a ver, no queda mucho. Van a pasar cosas, va a haber gameplay, va a haber cinemática, pero a la hora de sitios a los que vamos a ir ya no queda mucho. Así es que vamos a disfrutar lo que nos queda. Que es bastante, pero ya vamos por más de la mitad del juego. Encima hoy nos hemos reencontrado con IFA. ¿Qué más podíamos pedir, no? Si os está molando este Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, dejad un buen like, suscribiros nuevos, apoyar la serie para que sigan habiendo series como esta. Y nos vemos mañana con Snake.